Oh, okay, we got people coming in. How's it going, guys? How are y'all doing? Alright, so, sorry if it's kind of noisy out here. I'm outside my apartment right now, but, hey, so, listen, I heard we hit 2,200 subscribers. That's great. Uh, I didn't expect my most recent video to do so well, I'm not even gonna lie. You wanna know what's funny? I made that video because I was bored, and I don't know, I was scrolling on TikTok, I saw all these iPad kid videos, and I figured I'd make something off of it. So yeah, that's what I did. You know what? I figured what's a better way to celebrate that than going live? And just for the record, I've never done this before. I have no idea what I'm doing. So you know, you guys could I guess do whatever you want. Ask me questions, donate. Just don't say anything stupid. Don't say slurs or anything. I guess just you know I'm just kind of sitting out here. It's a nice day out. Yeah. Um, no, but the thing about TikTok is I could doom scroll for like hours on TikTok, like literal hours. I just never get bored, and that's ironic too, cause uh, it's ironic too, cause like I used to hate TikTok. Okay, I used to despise TikTok. I was one of those people where it's like I put on the tinfoil hat and I thought, oh my god, TikTok is Chinese propaganda and they're spying on us. And like a couple years later, I'm like, hey, wait a minute, I actually mess with this, and I'm like, I just figured I'd download TikTok just cause. So, and you're probably wondering why I chose Pepe and George for that one video. That is a good question. I I was gonna. I had a bunch of plans thought out in my head for like which characters I was gonna use, because like I have a whole tub in my room full of plushies and stuff. So I don't really know. Like I could have like used. I was thinking of using like the Sir Handle Vlogs characters. Like Sir Handle and Duncan or whatever. I was thinking of. I think Squidward and SpongeBob at one point. Squidward was gonna be the one. Squidward was gonna take Peppa's place, and SpongeBob was gonna take George's place, but then I'm like, SpongeBob. SpongeBob is old. I mean, he's 13 years old in 1999, so it's like, what kind of sense? And Squidward is even older, so it's like, you know what I mean? Where did you get the big puppets from? You know what's funny about that? I got those puppets 5 years ago, if I recall correctly. It was 5 years ago. It was either my birthday, or it was Christmas, or it was, I don't know, it was sometime during the pandemic. It was either my mom or my dad. They came in with this like huge Peppa Pig puppet thing, because I used to watch Peppa Pig back then. You know, I was 12 at the time, and they're like, "Oh, hey, I thought you might like this." I'm like, "Oh, that's cool." And I never really played with it until like one of my friends started coming over, and like we started playing around with my plushies and stuff, and yeah, we make a whole bunch of lore and a bunch of stories with it. It was pretty cool. But yeah, I got those puppets years ago. They go way back. Um, yeah, I don't know how long I'm gonna be streaming for. I'm probably gonna go for like 30 minutes or something, because like this is my first stream. I'm just like I'm testing the waters of this whole thing here. Got 2 likes. That's a good start. Who else was I thinking of for that iPad kid video? I have no idea. Oh yeah, I should mention too. George was gonna be a lot more violent in that video. Like originally, he was gonna be a lot more violent. Um, like I couldn't think of anything for him to do like off the top of my head, but he was probably aside from throwing Peppa into the wall, like across the room. I figured he would like throw stuff at her, like scream at her and stuff, but I'm not really the best screamer. At least not anymore. Like I physically cannot scream. But let's see. Yeah, no, George was gonna be a whole lot violent. Like I was really going for that whole iPad kid aesthetic, but I don't know. You know what else too? I was thinking like I didn't really come up with a script for that video either. Like some of you are probably curious if I script my videos. I don't script my videos at all. Like I kind of go along with them as they go. Like, I just come up with stuff at the top of my head. And I guess it just kind of gets traction or whatever. I still can't believe that video hit 7,000 views. George the iPad Kid hit 7,000 freaking views. I did not expect it to get that popular. I mean, I guess I could say the same for the Lance video or whatever, because I didn't expect that to get popular either. That was, that was, I remember the Lance video. I remember I was on the SML wiki, right? And I'm like, I saw the Lance thing, the whole jump scare, and I'm like, hey, that's pretty cool. I want to make a video about that. Like, I wasn't trying to do anything like special. It was just like, like I said it myself. It was like a shit post, if you will. Excuse my French, but it was a shit post. And when I did that, I woke up the next morning and I saw I had like it was either 100 or 1,000 something views, and I'm like, you have got to be kidding me. There's no way. And then I started getting all these comments like, oh my god, is that real? Are you okay? and, and I'm like, yeah, I'm good, man. It was a video. And then when I searched for horror videos, it was like, dude, my mind was blown. Because like I was seeing the video on playlists, like rare footage of Lance Encounter, like grouped next to stuff like, Carl Mayer and Poochie and Pansy and those weird dash cam videos or whatever. It's like, you see your own video next to that and you're just thinking to yourself like, oh my god, I'm popular. Trix F. Hi, Trix F. Um, yeah, no, and then my subscribers started going up because of that video, and I'm like, oh my god. Oh my god. Because I'm going to be honest, like, when I made that video, I'm like, that was a year ago. I never thought I was going to reach 1,000 subscribers. I thought it would take me a decade to reach 1,000 subscribers. And then when I actually did, I was like, I was speechless. I didn't know what to think. Because I really didn't think I was going to get that popular, I thought I was going to be like a small plushy channel. Like on one hand, I thought I was going to be the next Super Mario Logan. On another hand, I thought I was like, okay, well, I don't want to be that popular, you know what I mean? But, yeah, I don't know. It all just kind of happened, you know what I mean? And then when I uploaded that George the iPad Kid video, I guess it kind of happened again. I mean, it's happening in real time, We just hit 100 subscribers in a week. That's pretty neat, I gotta say. Um, well, what else is there to talk about? Another thing about that Lance video too, right? I felt so bad for the original creators of the website because, like, I felt like I was kind of, what's the word? I thought I was making money off of their creation without their knowledge, and I'm surprised they haven't contacted me yet. I don't know how the whole thing works. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if they copyrighted it because, technically speaking, that all belongs to SML, SMLWiki.com. It's like, that all technically belongs to SML. It doesn't belong to Lance or friggin'. It doesn't belong to Lance or Logan themselves. It's not. It's not like one of those things. It's I don't know. What is this wiki? just got a thing for a wiki reader. What is that? Someone in chat tell me what that is. I'm sorry. I'm like a caveman when it comes to live. I'm like Hank from Detroit Become Human. I can't even change the settings on my own phone. Speaking of which, this is a new phone. You're probably wondering about the quality of the video I made, the most recent video I made. That's because I got a new phone. And I was worried too because I was worried it wasn't going to transfer everything because, I'm just paranoid like that. No, it did transfer everything. To my surprise, it transferred everything. Which is good. Some of the data on some of the apps was, all frigged up, but oh well. I figured it out. Now I got everything on YouTube settled, so that's good. If I recall correctly, that was June 1st or 4th or whatever. I don't know. Probably doesn't matter. Dude, it is so windy out here. I should have picked a better day to do this. It's just so goddamn windy. I don't like it. Um, yeah. It's always windy up here. I'm not gonna say where I live in New Jersey, but I live right on the coast of New Jersey. So it's like it gets pretty windy up in here. I live like between the mountains and this weird area between the mountains and the holy shit. That is windy. And my hair is getting all messed up too. I gotta get a haircut. I'm getting a haircut on Thursday. I live in this area like between Appalachia and the coast of New Jersey, so that's why it's still windy over here probably. The sun is setting. It's getting darker out. My God. I was originally gonna do this in the afternoon. I would have done it in the afternoon, but my parents weren't home, and like I didn't want him to get like home from work, and they're just seeing me like sitting on a chair, talking on my phone. I mean, they know I'm doing this, they know I'm out here, but it's like, still, it's gonna be awkward. Like, oh hey, you streaming to your friends there? You know what I mean? Yeah. It gets really windy out here after like thunderstorms and stuff. It gets so windy because it's like I guess it's from all like I guess it's that residual windiness or whatever the hell they call it. Like it gets nasty windy. Like I'm talking like roof tiles blowing off of houses and stuff, branches falling off. You know, um, up there, there's like a hill, right? And on top of that hill, there's all these kids that come over and they play soccer, and there's these couple of guys that come over and they play freaking whatever, some Indian game. I don't know the name, but they come out there and they do all that stuff. And I remember it got so windy one day, and this is pretty recent too. It got so windy one day that a branch fell over, and there's like a gate. I don't know how to explain it, but it's complicated. There's one side of the hill, and then there's another. It's a hill, like it's just a hill. On the other side of the hill, like to the side, there was a gate there, right, or a fence. There was a fence, yeah. And it got so windy one day that a branch fell over and it completely wrecked the fence. And there's like and it's still there. They just got rid of a big chunk of it, and there's still solid shit at the bottom of the hill as a result. It's funny. There's a lot of kids hanging out around here. A lot of kids. And sometimes I'll come out here and I'll ride my bike. I think see my bike. Type 1 if you want to see my bike. trying to make a mess of things. Like it is really messy out here sometimes. Like I'll be riding my bike and there'll be kids that just leave their RC cars and their scooters or whatever on the they leave their stuff on the sidewalk and it's really annoying. Like then you have to go around it. I hate that. Literally whoever parents they have, they aren't teaching them how to fucking should I stop with the swearing? I'm sorry. No, because usually you're not I swear when you say it like yeah, I remember there used to be so many kids hanging out around here. No one else that used to happen too. There used to be a lot of fights. Like, a lot of fights. And it was always this specific group of kids. And they would fight over the dumbest things. And most of the time it was like they fought over like petty stuff, like somebody said something somebody else didn't like, or something like that. Somebody went home and they were all and then uh and then there'd be full on fist fights where like they had to get the cops involved. Yeah, they had to get the cops involved. I kid you not. I was there for some of those too. I'm like watching and I'm like, bro. Dude, the kids here are nut jobs, I'm telling you. I guess that's most kids stuff. Whatever. Yeah, no, there's been like and you know what's funny too? There's been more than one time where the cops have been called around here. I kid you not. There's been more than one time. Like, I'm talking. Yeah, no, but there's been times where, like, some kid got especially violent or some said something they shouldn't have said. And then, like, someone called the cops. They had to file a restraining order against that kid. It's happened a couple of times with a couple of kids. That was all in, like, that was a couple of years ago. You don't really see those kids out anymore. They either, like, moved or they're probably on house arrest. I don't know. I don't really talk to those kids anymore. Yeah, 0 people here, damn. I don't have things to say. Uh, Anything you got going on in your lives? How about that? You guys got anything interesting going on I should know about? I don't want to be just sitting here talking to myself. Let's see what you guys got going on too. One of my friends hasn't been around lately. One day she'll show up to my house, and then another day, and then like she'll like take a month off. She'll come to my house, like, oh hey, what's up? And then she says like I spend most of my time at home, and I'm like, oh okay, well yeah, I do the same thing kind of. Yeah, I'm gonna test out some of the stuff here. Hold on. Oh wait, hold up. What do effects do? That's pretty cool. Okay. What the hell is this do? Oh no, did it? Oh, these cars all like that. Oh, okay. Cool. Oh, ew. Okay, all these are just gross. I don't like these. Why do I look like dude, I look like a smiling face. Oh, I don't like that. What's that show? I like this one. That is awesome. What is this? my goodness, this is disturbing. Oh, I don't like this one at all. No. Ah, okay. I think I'm gonna have to cut all this out. This is just so gross. Minimalist. Oh, well, I got rid of my mustache. Get rid of my beard? No. Okay. Makeup. One, two. Oh, I like this one. Oh, that's pretty cool. I like this one. Oh, this one's pretty cool. Oh, that's fun. Okay, this one looks kind of weird. Yeah. That'd be sad. Do y'all ever put those on your live streams? Do y'all ever put those effects on the live streams? Be honest. Man, I should do a gaming stream. Y'all want a gaming stream? Type 1 if you want a gaming stream. How about that? And type 1 if you want to see my bike. This cause. I should probably do a gaming stream. I'm just kind of sitting here talking on my phone. It's like, I want to watch that. No, how about this? I'll wait for people to come in. I'm scared like a branch is going to fall on top of me. That's the thing with the wind here. You never know. You never know when something's going to fall on top of you or something. God forbid. I found this thing. Look at how cool this is. Yeah. So I'm curious. Do people watch streams more on their phone or their computer? Because I'm gonna take this thing seriously. It's like, do people stream on their phone or their computer more? Because I think that'll help me out a lot here. Because I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm on for 24 minutes. Not bad. All right, someone like. Thanks for the like. Okay. See what games do I have? I have Hearts of Iron 4, but I have no idea how to play that game. I have Ages of Conflict. I can play that. I'm into all those history games and whatnot. If you watched all my Country Humans videos and all that stuff, you probably know that by now, but still. I could play Floating Sandbox. I have Floating Sandbox. You guys know what that is? Probably not, right? I saw some guy spam was playing it a few years ago, and I'm like, dude, I want that game. I want that game so hard. It's a stress reliever, you get to sink ships. And you get to be happy that it's not you. Oh shit, that mutes me. Okay. Alright, apparently don't press the microphone button because it mutes you. I'm trying here, chat. Believe me, I'm trying. Okay. Green screen. Oh god, I don't like that one. Wait, no. Okay. 49 seconds short. What's up? What's your channel? What's weird. man. When I get done here, I want some cheese quesadillas. You guys want some cheese quesadillas? I do. I freaking love cheese. I love cheese quesadillas. You could give that to a dying person and they would live. I feel like the first time I had cheese quesadillas was when I was still in high school, like before I graduated. Like I know not a lot of people like school lunch food, but dude, some of the school in my no, some of the food in my high school was actually peak. It was actually W. Like like they had these stuffed crusts with cheese in them, dude. I love those, man. I slammed like almost 6 of those every lunch period. Their burgers were pretty good. It was just buns and a patty and cheese, but that was it. Uh, they had really good pizza too, and even their pizza had stuffed crust. That was the best part. Like, their pizza was good, but it was especially good with the stuffed crust. I remember their chicken tenders were pretty good. I remember the cheese quesadillas though, like in high school, they were kind of crunchy, but like they were enjoyable. They weren't like you bit into them and it would be like dust. They wouldn't break all your teeth, thank God. Yeah, I know I'm still talking, but the thing says 0, but like I was at 0 when somebody chatted, so I'm just kind of I don't know. I'll tell you what though, I checked. Over 40 views isn't bad for my first live stream. I'm not gonna lie, that is pretty good. And if you guys want me to do more of these, man, I'll do it. I'll do it every Sunday, unless it's raining. Then I'll probably do it inside. If I'm home alone one day, I'll probably do it in my room or something. But yeah, that's it. I really got nothing else to talk about. Know. I was just, I was kind of testing the ropes with this whole thing, and I wasn't sure how it would go. I guess it went pretty well for my first part. Hey, listen, like I said, if you guys ever want me to stream again, just let me know. I enjoy doing this, but I think 30 minutes is good enough. What do you think? Yeah, okay. All right, I'm gonna get going. I'll see you guys later. Peace. So, oh wait, someone just joined. Hold up. Maybe I'll keep going. I don't know. Like I said, there's like 0 viewers in here. I think. I don't know. Okay. All right. Peace.